Welcome back to the Into My Chill Void podcast. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I am dying. It's so hot in my studio. Even at 72 degrees, my room is on fire with my big PC, my monitors, my actual monitor, and the sun blasting into my room. We have no trees outside, so I get the full treatment. And so just at 72, it's really hot. And the worst part about that is that that's not the peak of the day. The highest temp it will get today is 78. I also have to work out today, so that really sucks. I thought about pushing the workout until tomorrow, but tomorrow will be 81, so it will be even worse. So I was like, well, gotta do it today. I've really refocused on getting my workouts in and trying to walk more and eat better because I am very overweight. So I wish anybody with health and weight loss goals the best. You can do it. You're worth it. And keep up on it. We all struggle with it, but it can be done. It's not easy, but you just have to persevere. I've actually done it before. I've lost weight before. I've lost over 50 pounds, so that's how I know it is completely doable. With that being said, enough about my problems and your problems. Let's get into the topic that we will be doing today. I will roll the number generator as I usually do, and I will let you know what it ends up being. And we got number 42. Let us see what 42 is. Alright, number 42 is a tier list. Our first tier list that I have made up. It is Savory Snacks tier list. So how I'm doing this is I've typed up a bunch of different savory snacks that I kind of think are savory, maybe salty, I don't know, kind of all in that realm. And we're going to go through one by one. I just thought of anything that I could, so it's just the stuff off the top of my head. And we're going to give it a tier based on how I feel. And to those who really love things being in alphabetical order, this is not going to be in alphabetical order. Because it just, like I said, came from the top of my head. So it's just not alphabetical order, and so that might bother people. But my apologies. My brain doesn't work in alphabetical order. The tiers are going to be the basic ones, so S, A, B, C, D, and lastly, not F. This one is different. It's called the Throw It in the Garbage tier. So we will see if we have to use that, but I don't know if we'll be throwing anything in the garbage. But we will see. Our first snack on the list is pretzels. So I haven't ate a ton of pretzels in my life, but from what I've had, they're pretty good, and I know there are different kinds of pretzels. There's like softer pretzels, but when I'm thinking of pretzels, I'm thinking of the hard, salty ones. So the crunchy ones, that's typically what I'm thinking about when I think of pretzels. And, so I think I'm going to put pretzels in C tier. Yeah, I think C tier works. Because I'm not counting if you have something with it, because you could make the pretzels better, but they are just basic pretzels, and they're fine. I can eat them, and I like them, but they're kind of middle of the road for me, so I think C works nicely for pretzels. So let's see what the next one on my list is. oh, that's great. Chombos. Okay, a typo. Good job, Dylan. I know what I'm talking about. It's combos. Basically, if you've never had them, they're kind of a pretzel snack, but it's like a pretzel bite snack that typically has flavoring, and it has stuff on the inside, so it might have cheese on the inside, and or it could be a pizza flavored. I actually like combos a lot. I think they're a big enhancement from just basic pretzels. So I'm going to put combos in the B tier. I think they're very solid. I like them from time to time. A lot of times I like eating them on road trips or like when we're in the car driving for an hour or two somewhere further away. They're good for that, just a quick good snack. Next up is Cheetos and Puffs. So I guess I decided to just combine these into kind of one. Because Cheetos, the flavor is similar, but you get a different texture if you just eat regular Cheetos versus Cheeto Puffs. I'm not completely sure which I like better. I guess if I'm in a mood for something crunchy, then the regular Cheetos is good, but Cheeto Puffs is really good too. Although it like gets stuck in my teeth more, so I don't know. I guess I would lean towards maybe the Puffs being more enjoyable, but I don't actually eat Cheetos that often. I have to be in a mood for Cheetos. Like whenever you would get those multi-chip packs with different chips in them, Cheetos would be like the last thing that would be eaten. So I think for the crunchy Cheetos, I'll put that in like C, and then for the Puffs, I'll put that in B. I think. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but let me know how you feel about Cheetos, where you rank them among all the other chips and stuff. Do you like them a lot more than this? Do you agree with where I put them? And like I said, I ended up splitting them up even though they were one thing, but it's because they are a little bit different enough. Okay, next we have Fritos. And I want to slap myself for how I put the Fritos, because I put it with like the other flavors that are in there, so I mixed the words all up and I hate myself for it. But anyways, yeah, so we're talking about Fritos as well as some other flavors. So the regular Fritos, the honey barbecue twist Fritos, and the chili Fritos. So the basic Fritos, I don't know, maybe C. They're okay, but I would rather literally have anything else. I don't know. Maybe I could put them into D, but I think I could still have them. It'd probably be like a C- kind of deal, personally, for those. These type of Fritos are the ones that were also like second left in the bag of multi-pack chips. But then we have the chili flavor, and I think I will also put this into C, but it'd be more like a C+ kind of thing. It's a better flavor, I enjoy it more, but I can't put it any higher, and I wouldn't go out of my way to eat them. And then we finally have Fritos Honey Barbecue Twists. I really like these chips. I'm thinking of putting them in A, because they're so good, the honey barbecue flavor, and in the bag you just get so many, so you can eat a lot of them. I will say though, I do get sick of them pretty quickly, so that kind of knocks down some points. So I'm not really sure if I wanted to put it into B because of that. I think overall I do really like them, so I think I will leave them in A. I think A is good, I really like them. I think this tier list is mostly comprised of chips, but I wanted to make it a little bit longer by adding in some other snacks. So you're going to see mostly chips here. Next we have Nacho Cheese Bugles. I quite like these chips. They do have a plain flavor, but I don't really like them, so I didn't really want to put them on this list. I guess if I had to put it in a category, I'd say like D tier. It's not horrendous, they're not like inedible, I wouldn't say throw them in the garbage tier, but really not what you want. But the nacho cheese flavor is a different story. These are really good, I love them. If you don't know what Bugles are, they're the chips that are like in a triangle, like cone type form. You can see people wear them on their fingers as they eat them. So it's kind of like you could play with them as you eat them, and they're fun like that. But yeah, those are what Bugles are if you've never seen them. But they are a solid nacho cheese flavored chip. So yeah, I'd definitely say B tier. Really love them, enjoy them, grew up with them, and I don't have them that often, but I do once in a while have a craving for them. Let me know if you've had Bugles and what you think of them. Okay, I'm sure you guys knew these were coming. Doritos. Now, I'm only going to be doing 4 flavors. I know Doritos has a bunch of spicy flavors, but I don't like spicy anything, so these are just going to be nacho cheese, Cool Ranch, taco, and pizza. And one of these you guys have maybe never seen before, and that's because they were discontinued a long time ago, but I still remember them and love them to this day. So I guess we'll just start with the first two, Nacho Cheese and Cool Ranch. I mean, these are the top tier echelon of chips, right? Or savory snacks. They're so good. I love the Nacho Cheese as a taco at Taco Bell. I'm really sad they took away the Cool Ranch one, but that was good too, but it must have not sold well enough. So, depending on my mood, I really love Nacho Cheese and or Cool Ranch. But it really depends on my mood. Trying to decide which one I would actually like more is really hard. Because like I said, they're very different. It really depends. I guess I would have to lean towards Nacho Cheese though. Yeah, these two are probably going into S tier. Yeah, well, at least I definitely think Nacho Cheese is going into S tier. I'm mulling it over about Cool Ranch, whether that's an A tier or S tier. I don't know. I'm not really sure. When Cool Ranch is really good, it's really good. But I think I'll put Cool Ranch in A. Like it's top of A, like A plus, and then I'll have Nacho Cheese at S tier. But yeah, I think I like Nacho a little bit more for those Doritos. But yeah, those are, the most common flavors. Now we'll get into the more odd ones, Taco Doritos, which I do believe are still around, and then Pizza Doritos. Taco Doritos are a little bit different, but they're very solid. I like them a lot, so I would put them into B tier. Just a cool taco Dorito. Very good. Let me know what you think about those. And then we will get into the last one that isn't around anymore. It is pizza flavored. Yes, you heard that right. Once upon a time, I don't even know how long it's been, like 15 years? Something like that, maybe? I can't completely remember. They had a pizza flavored Dorito, and I believe it was in a purple bag, and I love these so much. They were so good. I'm so sad they never brought them back. It just makes me so angry that they keep coming out with just these new hot flavors. It's like, oh, Diablo or Hot. What is it? Jacked? Was that one? I can't keep up. They made like what? Flaming Cool Ranch? They just make so many hot flavored Doritos. It's like, hey guys, just bring back the pizza one. It's very good. But for those who have never had it, it was very good. I was very sad when they took it away. I would probably put it in A tier. It was that good. It was A tier worthy. So yeah, I think I put it in A tier for the pizza Doritos. But that was the Doritos, probably the most common chip. Let me know what your favorite actual type of chip is. Like from like the basic ones. I'd be real curious if Doritos is like number one or not. Okay, next is Ruffles. Specifically, I think the sour cream and cheddar, which I actually just recently had a bag of these. These are so good. And they got the nice texture with like the ridges. I guess, Ruffles, if you will. They're so good. I love them so much. I would definitely put them in A tier, high A tier. I don't think I can quite put them into S tier, but definitely A tier. By the way, these really shred my mouth up. Let me know, does chips destroy your mouth like it does mine these days? Now that I'm about almost 30. Because if I ever eat chips, it really destroys my mouth. When many years ago, I don't remember this being a problem. So yeah, let me know. But we will move on to the next snack. Now we're going to be going over Lay's chips. One of the other real big ones, but I know they have a lot of flavors. I'm only going to go over like 4. And one of them is kind of a repeat. So we're going to do plain, sour cream, barbecue, and wavy barbecue. Because I think they're 2 different kinds of barbecue. And also, a different kind of texture. So that's what we're going to go with. As for just the plain potato chip, I actually think it's pretty good, believe it or not. It might seem plain to some people, but I can actually really enjoy them if I'm in the mood. So I'll put it in B tier. It's probably like in the middle or low B tier. Somewhere like that for just the plain Lay's chip. So sour cream, I'm not the biggest sour cream chip person, but they can be good sometimes. I think I'll put it in like a high C position. So maybe like a C plus. I wouldn't quite put it into B. I don't think I'd enjoy them that much, but I think C plus around high C is a good place for the sour cream. Next is the barbecue. The barbecue is very, very good. I remember, eating these specific chips with like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and then just sandwiches in general, and it just works so well. I'll probably put the barbecue flavor in high B, like a high B position, not quite A. Yeah, I don't think I want to put it in A. We'll put it in B. And then I think I'll put the wavy barbecue in like low A kind of position, maybe middle A. It's very good. It still has a good barbecue flavor. It's a little bit different, I think, but I actually really like the wavy texture, like with the ruffles, kind of that texture. It really does make the experience better, as weird as it is. It doesn't enhance the taste, but it's funny how texture can kind of do that. But yeah, so I think it's like just a little bit better than the regular barbecue just because of the texture. But yeah, I really like them. They're very good with sandwiches. Love the barbecue Lay's. Lay's in general, like I remember having a lot growing up, so lots of memories with Lay's chips. Now it's time for Pringles, another chip that I had a lot as a kid with sandwiches. And the flavors vary. I know they've had a ton of different flavors, but we're going to do regular, sour cream, cheddar, pizza, and barbecue. We will start with plain. I don't really think plain Pringles are the greatest, to be honest. I'm sitting here thinking maybe low C. No, you know what? I'm going to put them in D. C tier to me is I will eat them and I'll be all right with it. But D tier is kind of like I'll eat them, but I'm going to not be happy about it. And that's kind of how I feel about plain Pringles. So I'm going to put plain Pringles in D tier. Then there's the sour cream flavor. I've kind of already told you how I feel about sour cream, so it's fine. I'll just put it into C tier, like middle of C tier. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. Barbecue. Barbecue is always just a great flavor for chips, and I think Pringles does it pretty well. Not the best, but pretty well. I would probably put it in B, middle of B. I think barbecue Pringles are solid. I can enjoy them. Cheddar Pringles. I think cheddar Pringles would probably be in B as well. Maybe low B. It's a cheddar flavor. It's pretty good. Not the best cheddar flavor, but still solid as well. I think I like the barbecue more than I do the cheddar, so that's why I say kind of low B for the cheddar Pringles, but still, they're pretty good. No real big complaints with the cheddar Pringles. And then we have the best for last, the pizza Pringles. I love these. I grew up eating them so much. Pizza Pringles are a high A for me. I can't quite put them into S tier, but they're still very, very good, and I love them a lot. And I think they are the best Pringle out of all the flavors they've released. So that's why I kind of want to put it in high A. Now, finally, we are done with the chips. Like I said, this was like a chips tier list, and I just threw some extra stuff in there to make it longer so it would last longer. But we are now on to Ritz crackers. I don't know how many people grew up with Ritz and eating these crackers, but man, I ate them so much. I would take a bunch of bologna and break it up into pieces, and the cheese, and I would make little Ritz cracker cheese bologna sandwiches. And I would just like go through an entire pack of them doing that. I still love them to this day. They're definitely better than like saltine crackers. I'm not sure where I would put them, to be honestly. Maybe B, high B. Very good, but I don't really eat crackers that often these days. So probably say middle to high B tier for the Ritz crackers. Very nostalgic, honestly. Let me know if you did the same things I did with them growing up as kids. Next, of course, is saltine crackers, what I just mentioned. I did the same things I did with like Ritz crackers with saltine crackers, but not as much. They're not as good. They're still good. I remember eating them a lot, like if you have like a upset sick stomach, or if you need something to like soak up in your stomach. The like saltine crackers are what I remember doing that with more than the Ritz crackers. So I don't know. Saltine is fine. I think I can put them up to like C plus, like a high C type of tier. I don't know if I'd want to put them in low B because I don't really want to eat them that often. Yeah, I'm thinking C tier. High C tier for saltine crackers. Okay, and this is the last thing on my list. I really wish I could have came up with more stuff than mostly chips. But here we are. The last thing on the list, and definitely the most expensive, is beef jerky. I think beef jerky can be hit or miss. I think it definitely can be good, depending on like the type and the brand and stuff. They are definitely expensive. I remember buying them and it's just like, wow, these are so expensive for like just a snack. But I think with my experience with them, I think I would put them in a low B. I think they could be solid, but I wouldn't want to go further than that, and I wouldn't want to have them that often. And also because they're so expensive. Like I said, let me know how you feel about beef jerky. But that is all of them that I have on this tier list. I think I'm pretty happy with where I put everything. Nothing went into the throat and garbage tier. I know there's probably a lot of things I could have put on there. Again, it had to have been something I've eaten before for me to give it a rating or put it on the list, or maybe it was just something I didn't think about. In any case, that is the list. I'm mostly happy about it. Let me know what your thoughts are on my choices. Where would you change things? What would be in your S tier? What's your favorite chips? All that good stuff. And, you know, other childhood memories with some of those chips. And like I said, with the crackers, really want to hear all that stuff. So that's been it for this segment for the topic, which is our first tier list. It's time for the chill fact of the day. And a brief reminder, these come about when I randomly want to know about something, and instead of letting it be a random useless fact that I look up, I share them with you. You're welcome. Today's chill fact is, how do birds fly? You might just think all there is to it is birds flapping their wings, and that is part of it, but there's a couple things that go into it. There are three main things to keep things simple about birds flying. And we will go over the most common one first, which is, yes, birds use their wings and flap them very hard, as well as with different motions, turning them forward and using their chest muscles to propel themselves upward when they take off. So of course, as you imagine, this takes a lot of energy and strength. So there you have it. If you just train your chest and flap your arms, you too can fly, but not really. The second thing that makes birds able to fly is the way their bodies are, in the way they are shaped and structured, as well as weight. Just the wings alone are made in a way that helps air hit it in different ways so they can fly. These wings are actually kind of looked at and modeled in airplanes, taken inspiration after how birds' wings are. But more than that, their bodies are made to be able to go through the wind without much resistance, as well as them being very lightweight and their bones being hollow. They can soar through the air effortlessly. They can soar through the air easily, where humans are too heavy to make this happen. And thirdly, wind and air. Depending on the air currents, birds use air in different ways if they hit their wings to gain altitude and get higher, and they also just glide on the wind and wind currents. So if there's an upstream in air current, a bird can just take that to gain more height without doing much of anything. And that in a nutshell is how birds fly. There of course is a little more to it, but that gets the gist of it. That's been the chill fact of the day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's time for Tidbits with Dylan. You can be right or wrong with your wife. If you're right, she will be upset with you. If you're wrong, she will be upset with you. Choose wisely. If you get a powerful PC, prepare for it to increase the temperature in your room specifically to 1000 degrees. Don't be caught off guard. Don't be alarmed. Yes, you are turning into a swamp. If you have to move a truckload of wood from your front yard to your back, stop. Work smarter, not harder. Put all of that into your trash can with wheels and wheel it back there and dump it out. You'll thank me later. And we are at the end, my lovely friends. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Having our first tier list, getting your thoughts on all of that, and of course, all the other stuff that I do in these podcast episodes. So far, we have completed 5 episodes. This is episode 5, and we're getting along. We'll see how further I go with this, but yeah, again, hoping I could make people's day better just a little bit with these, and that some enjoyment can be gained. But that's been it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening, and I will catch you in the next one.